Hello, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot, and we're here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others and in our external environment. And if we seek change, we need to make change within us. I said that weird today. If we want to see change, we need to shift and change the energy within us. That's what I usually say. Okay. Let's see. We're just gonna get right into it. It's the thinking, saying, doing, thinking, feeling, saying, doing, reading for masculine, feminine energy. If you don't want to have a love reading today, that's okay. You probably didn't click on this, but if you did click on it and you're like, I don't want a love reading, this can be a self-love reading. It does not have to be a reading about a person because it truly can just be about your relationship to yourself. I am reading simultaneously on TikTok. If something weird happens with the live stream on either end, I can replace it later. So hopefully it will work for those of you that are here currently live. But if there's something wrong with the live stream, just know that I will have a backup of it, hopefully, because my internet is sometimes wonky. All right, everybody. We're going to start out with the divine masculine overall energy and the divine feminine overall energy. Well, the divine masculine energy has the tower. The tower is here and it's severe. I can feel that there is a huge shakeup in the divine masculine's life. And it's very uncomfortable. It is not a comfortable feeling that I'm getting. This is an unexpected surprise type of an energy. Surprised at how maybe the masculine is just experiencing, like, I'm getting what they thought things were going to be like versus what things are actually like. So what you thought things were going to be like versus what things are actually like. There's a desire to shake things up at their core and change them completely, or to let go of something that has just crumbled and just let it fall finally. That's the overall energy here for masculine. For feminine, we have strength. So she's feeling very strong, very confident, very brave, very courageous. She feels like she has kind of got a hold over her mind running away with her, putting her into a state of fear or jealousy or rage, or it's like she's kind of got that reactive part of herself really under control, and it's feeling very good to her. Um, like a nervous system regulation kind of a feeling. So despite things being shaken up, despite letting go of something that maybe you felt like you had your claws in for so long it was never going to be able to get out of your system, you were able to. And this can be true for your person too. Like your person can be experiencing, like, feeling like they were never going to be able to get up the confidence, the courage, the bravery to finally let something go, or finally change something, or finally do. There's just that kind of a finally sort of a feeling coming. Now, what is underlying that is communication, loud and clear for me, because for the feminine energy, or for the masculine energy, we have the Queen of Swords. This is definitely somebody who overthinks, but this is somebody who is independent, somebody who is able to come up with a strategy, create a strategy and plan, communicate directly, like be in command of their feelings, really. And sometimes to a fault, sometimes being critical, judgmental, having cutting remarks to say. So it's a complex energy that comes from the Queen of Swords, but it's upright, and it's coming out for the feminine with the Four of Swords, which is complete silence, no talking, no communication, but having faith and praying, and feeling this healing energy, no longer being in a state of grief, moving through and processing that grief, moving on from the grief, definitely, because coming out with the strength, it's like you have had to overcome something. So you've healed at this point. So, with issues of communication, divine feminine has really healed something. And I think there's also this ability for her to kind of cut out the overthinking that she may have had in the past. What's underlying this shakeup, I think the divine masculine is really surprised that the divine feminine has maintained the kind of boundaries that she's been able to maintain. The fact that she's just like, if you can't come to correct to me, don't come at all, and has stuck with that in a way that she hasn't in the past, I think is really surprising and unsettling to the masculine energy. Makes the masculine energy feel really uncertain. It's like, wait, all of my old excuses aren't working anymore. Like the compassion that she has for me normally just isn't enough to sustain this endless nothingness that I have put her in. Wow, that's weird. It is surprising because he was able to test the limits and boundaries for so long. And then he's finally come to that point where mom has said no, but also still loves him. And yeah, the mommy analogy is kind of ick because there is an ick about having somebody look towards you as a maternal or paternal figure when what you want to be is a romantic partner. So in the past, this masculine energy has had a mom that has said no and probably not meant it, or didn't even bother to say no because there was just some neglect going on. So nobody was even paying attention. There was no structure. There was nothing like this. And there was no reassurance because there was no structure, that there was love, because love does need the sense of safety and security that comes from knowing where you stand with someone. Um, and this is unsettling to feel that this divine feminine is able to just communicate directly what's on her mind. She's able to just say what needs to be said. And when he doesn't reciprocate, she doesn't either. And that's something that he has not experienced before. Normally, he can get everybody to just bend to his will. If he complains enough, if he puts on enough of a fit, then the heart is going to react. Now, if you are applying this to yourself, if your brain works itself into enough of a frenzy about something, oh, this bad thing is going to happen. Hi, Nicole, I'm just seeing you. Oh, this bad thing is going to happen. Oh, this is going to go wrong. Oh, this is going to, and your heart finally gets hooked into it and is like, no, it's horrible. The economy is awful and I'm going to die alone. Okay. Once you get hooked into that, I promised myself I would hydrate more. Well, why did that have to splash onto my glasses though? Rude. Um, okay. Anyway, when you work yourself into a frenzy, but you don't get hooked by it, you don't get emotional anymore. Your brain goes and you're just like, oh yeah, but remember what I told you? Remember that I said that it is my divine birthright to experience health, wealth, and love right now? Remember that, brain? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you that again. So if you're trying to get me all like hooked into it and be like, you're right, I'm just going to stay safe and not do anything I like so that I never experience any situations of vulnerability in this illusion land of things that aren't even going to happen to me. No, it's not going to work for me anymore. So that's the equivalent if you're looking at this not as a relationship with a person. Okay. Oh, stop falling all over me. It says divine feminine. Actually, though. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, we'll get there. We're doing masculine first, though, this time. So, divine masculine, what are you thinking about in regards to the feminine energy today? We have the Six of Pentacles. I want to reciprocate. I get the sense that divine feminine has completely released with this tower energy. Like, also, I don't know if you noticed, but there's arrows like right to the heart in that card. So, 3 arrows actually. So yeah, it's like I can tell you released any energy that takes more than it gives recently, and so I'm out of the game because of that, and I don't want to be out of your life. So I want to come in and I want to give you as much as you've given me, if not more. Like I want to tip the scales back in my favor because they really aren't right now. I know that. And I want to do something about that. And that's what I'm thinking about a lot. So that's what the masculine energy is thinking about. All right, it's time to put my money where my mouth is. What's divine feminine thinking about? What's funny is her cards, and it's actually not her cards, it's divine masculine's oracle cards, are standing up like tipped against something so that I can look at them after, but they're like I can't see them. They're like with, like I can't. They're not showing. And when I went to get the cards, they fell on me. And that's when I said, don't fall all over me. And then what came out for the feminine card was this Page of Cups in reverse, which is new love. And the feminine, I think, went out and explored and now is like, ugh, don't fall all over me. Like, don't, like, there's kind of this sort of, I don't want this, like, these new offers that are coming in, these like young, emotionally underdeveloped people that seem like homework projects. I don't want homework. I don't want homework. I don't want to be with somebody who I feel like I'm having a session with and I'm not getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm asking you, so what are your passions? Then you should be paying me my hourly rate. And if any of you is really smart, you will go right now to turnedintarot.com. You will click that link. You will go take advantage of the sale that I forgot to take off. It's March 1st, and I was supposed to take the sale off today, and I didn't. And it's your lucky day because I just remembered 3:36 when I said that. So go book your sessions now because all those prices are going back to normal in probably 24 hours after this video is released. Okay. Um, so there is this feeling divine feminine has of like, I don't want emotionally underdeveloped and childish behaviors. I don't want homework projects. I don't want to feel like being with this person that I'm supposed to be dating is like dating a young child. Like, ew. Again with the ick, the feminine being like, I don't want to be your mom. I don't want to be your mom. I don't want to have to like clean up after you, take care of you like that. I want to do those things out of my desire to like see you happy, not because I feel like if I wasn't there to do it, no one would. That's not cute. And I also want to be someone's fantasy. I want to be someone's dream girl. And if I'm not your dream girl, I don't want it. I just reposted something that said that today, and that's there too. If I'm not your dream girl, then don't fucking talk to me. Why are you still texting me? Oh, hey, how are you doing? My engineer just texted me, working on the masters today. Mwah. Those kind of texts I love. Thank you, Mike Post, for mastering my record today. That's it happening today. So that means my EP is coming out very soon. I'm very excited. Okay, but yeah, don't like leave me alone. If I'm not your dream girl and this is not your dream like life and you're not envisioning that with me, why are you texting me? Doesn't make any sense. So get on that page with me because it's a real turn off right now. I'm feeling a real ugh coming from the divine feminine of like, I'm so over this. All right. How is the divine masculine feeling? Oh my God, this is taking so long. That's ironic coming from the divine masculine, but that is the part of us that notices the 3D. So this is the part of us that's constantly noticing how we're doing things and it's taking so long for those things to be like reflected back to us in our reality. So there's a lot of like, my other necklace broke today. That was my necklace my dad gave me for Christmas and it broke today and I'm sad. I have to try to fix it. I was like trying to separate the two and it just like the chain broke. So there's definitely this feeling of it's just taking so long to see this thing that I have, to see my worth and my value really show up in the real world. And I think the masculine is feeling like he's taking too long. The feminine is like, doesn't even care anymore. She's like, got other offers. He's just taking so long. That's how he's feeling. Divine feminine is feeling. I mean, where's the lie? We have this Leo energy here, this fire energy. We've got the strength card overall, and then we have her coming in the Queen of Wands. She's feeling magnetic. She's feeling powerful. She's feeling like the co-creator with the universe of the vision of her life. She's feeling brave and courageous, visionary, bold, daring, and just like Belle, right? Like Beauty and the Beast kind of thing here a little bit. And that's definitely true. She's like, of the two of us, bro, I mean, you're looking like a beast and I'm looking like a goddess. Figure your shit out. Figure your shit out. But no, this also means that she feels confident about the connection too. Because remember, this is how she feels about the masculine. She feels like she knows she's attracted to the masculine. She knows that she tames a part of him. She knows that, like, that to be with her would boost his confidence, would make him feel brave. It's all that kind of stuff. Okay, then we are going into what is she? Or no, you hold on. Okay, Divine Feminine has 4 cards here, which is rude. And then she keeps trying to go first. Cool your jets. The masculine's going first today. The This position would be, what are you saying? So what is the divine masculine actually saying to the divine feminine? This is just my favorite version of this card. It's the 8 of Wands, but it is wacky. Okay? It's a bunch of snakes. And all I can think of is somebody's nerves, like a nervous stomach. Somebody feeling really nervous about what they're going to say, about how they're going to say it, and feeling really rushed about it. Like, I got to say something fast. I got to say something fast because I'm nervous that something else is going to say something. And it's been taking me so long and I really have to go fast. Okay. So what he's really saying though is, I'm nervous about talking to you and you're rushing me. You're rushing me. Because there's been a lot of like, can we just slow down kind of stuff? And Divine Feminine is like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Slow down. Do you know how many years it's been? We're not slowing down. No, if you can't keep up, then don't try to race. Divine Feminine, what are you saying to the masculine? She's like, I'm saying everything right now, okay? So funny. We have the Knight of Swords, which is like saying something, honey. Saying something with a sword is communicating directly. This is also a feminine energy holding the sword, and she looks determined to say something, okay? So this is telling the truth, even if it's painful. This is the Lover's card, right? Hey, I love you, right? This is the 7 of Coins. I've invested in you, right? Because King of Cups, I have deep, deep emotions for you because I feel that you are kind and good and loving and compassionate. I'm just hearing you is kind, you is loving, you is good, right? I don't know why, but I was hearing that. So, Divine Feminine, she's getting a little sass here. I already told this to you. I'm here. She's very, this is why the underlying energy is this Queen of Swords the masculine can feel. He can feel this energy from the feminine that's like, I already told you once, right? When again, we've got a mom energy here. So when you're in trouble and you know your mom loves you, but you're in trouble. You're still in trouble even though she loves you, right? So there's that. And this is what Divine Feminine hates. Divine Feminine is like, why can't you see me as an equal communicating with you? Seriously. Why can't you see me as a friend talking to you? Like, why do you have to put me in this position of being like, you're disciplinarian, you're like your source of nourishment, you're like you're the person who process your emotion. Fuck you for doing that. Like, I need to have that too. I can't be all things for everyone. I need the same thing reflected back to me. 344 when I'm saying that, and the horn honking when somebody pulled into the driveway. Very interesting. Like, somebody's really got this urgency. There's that chariot energy of the car and honking the horn and like, come out when I tell you to, kind of a thing. Divine Feminine is like, I don't want to be in this relationship with you. I just want to be able to talk about our feelings. Why can't we just do that? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. How do you're just, oh, I don't know how to do it. How do you fucking learn how to do something? You do it. You practice it. You can never get better at this if you don't start somewhere. So start talking. The feminine is just over it today. Again, trying to get me to pull her card again. Divine masculine, what are you doing? I know that's true. Okay, divine masculine is obsessively thinking or focused on fear or numbing oneself or distracting oneself or whatever, or pleasuring oneself. That's what one is doing. That doesn't look helpful because it's not. Obsessively watching is not helpful. What is divine feminine doing? Divine feminine, Ace of Seeds, planting a seed of her own to grow something of her own. It's lonely though, because it's the Ace of Pentacles, it's being held out, and there's no one there to take it. So it's basically like her own secret garden at this point. You can see there's this gate here. She's just planting her own garden because there's just no adults anywhere. There's only children, and she doesn't want to take care of them. She's like, they can go find their own monitors to watch them. I'm done. Okay. So, okay. Well, we don't love that. All right. So how can divine masculine create more harmony in what he's thinking, feeling, saying, and doing? Okay. Well, that's very true. We have the Queen of Cups coming out with the Three of Pentacles. So here's the match to the King of Cups coming out. So there's the matched pair. So one thing that he could do is reflect back the feminine energy and work with his emotions and build more security in terms of being able to, I guess, feel his feelings. And I think he really could be a lot more compassionate and a lot more considerate of others because this is the card of cooperation. You know where we learn about sharing and cooperation? Fucking kindergarten. That's where we learn this. So divine masculine's issue is that he knows that when he appears before the divine feminine that he looks like a little schoolboy, a little naughty schoolboy. And like maybe at some point in time that like intrigued the feminine, but now it's a real turnoff for her. So what used to be something that was like, you know, like a high school, like a Page of Cups high school kind of a interaction that was kind of hot is now just not. You know who's hot now? Like the dads at the park taking care of their children. Those are the hottest people now. Like not the children at the park. It's weird. So yeah, that would create more harmony for the divine masculine. Cool. Get on that, dude. And then divine feminine, what would create more harmony for you? Look at it's exactly the same thing. The Queen of Cups. Y'all are in union here. Having more compassion for the divine masculine, which also means having more compassion for where your ideas and thoughts are coming from, where they're stemming from, your deep maternal wounds that you have that have caused you to need validation and nurturing and had a desperate energy around relationships and connections and become obsessive and fixated and nervous to express your feelings and all of the things that you know that this reading is reflecting back to you that you may or may not be acknowledging, but you know that I love you whether you acknowledge it or not. I absolutely do love you from the bottom of my heart. So, and that's what you need to do for yourself. You need to embody the Queen of Cups energy, the nurturing, loving energy to yourself only. You do need to have compassion for this person who did not have this maternal energy and finds comfort in you. Like you can have compassion for that person. I know it's frustrating and I know it's not what you want, and you can just communicate that and you can say, look, I have compassion for you that you lack this. But that is what therapy is for. That is what like going and doing your own spiritual journey is about. But I am not responsible for your childcare, right? All I'm responsible for is just loving you as you are, which I really, really do, by the way. There isn't anything you need to change, really, except that you need to actually communicate. But even without you communicating, I still love you. I just don't want to be with you if you can't communicate. And I don't understand why you don't understand that. Or maybe you do understand that. And if you do, then you need to like release me with the tower energy, please. Which you're clearly not doing, also. You're not doing that. There would not be this devil energy here. You would not be fixated. You would not be squirming and nervous. If you were releasing me, you would be chill, and you ain't. Okay. So that's what would create more harmony for everybody. More love, more love, more love. And divine masculine, way more love. Cooperating instead of just expecting to receive it for no reason. So what is the actual happiness potential here? Well, okay. Interesting. We've got the Lover's card. So this is the second Lover's card that has come out, right? Didn't it come out already? Yes. This one came out for the feminine. There are multiple versions in this deck, and I leave them all in because they have different imagery. And we've got two divine masculine energies here holding each other. And in this, we have a feminine and a masculine, but they look the same. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So for feminine, we have balanced energy. For the masculine, we still have him pretty much just loving on himself. That's what we're seeing here. Like right now, he's still more comfortable just kind of showing his own love to himself, but that's good. He needs to be there. He needs to do that in order to be able to get to this 10 of Pentacles, which if you saw the TikTok reading came out today too. So this is a confirmation again, which is like you absolutely can have this. The happiness potential here is great. We've got the Lovers, we've got this, and then we have this. This is the Page of Swords, which represents curiosity, learning. So as he's learning how to love himself, he's learning how to process his feelings and emotions from his own perspective, from his own way, this is the mind understanding the feelings, understanding the way we feel about people, accepting the way we feel, expressing the way we feel. Okay. So as we do that more and more, as we learn and grow, we achieve that complete and total happiness that we're desiring. So this is a great potential for happiness here. And it just keeps coming with what I said. You just have to practice. And you're not practicing if you're not communicating. Because communication is part of connection. There are a lot of ways to communicate. And yes, there are subtle ways of communication. And those are reasonable ways to communicate, but not exclusively. It cannot be just subtle communication. You must have overt communication as well. So let's have the final words that you would say to each other. Divine masculine, this is what you would say to the divine feminine. Very interesting here with Moth Spirit, because this is a very devil energy type of a card for me from this deck, the Animal Spirit Oracle. It says, surrender now. And divine masculine would say, I have to ask myself, what is guiding me right now? Am I in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or an addiction? Am I so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that I can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, I know that it is time to consider if I have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person may be my current vice. The form of my addiction does not matter so much as the awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. I must let go of my excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and I do not want to be engulfed by my passion to the exclusion of all the other pursuits that matter to me. I know that now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance, so that my drive does not cause me to flee or to fight. Spirit wants me to release my need for certainty and control, so that I can relax into a more balanced way of using my moth spirit energy. I must banish the shoulds and musts so that I can enjoy what is as I allow for what might be. Holy damn hell. That was an incredible message, and I'm laying that on top of the devil card because it is literally healing it on my desk right now. That I declare. I do declare, okay? So I don't know why I just turned into a Southern Belle, but I do I do declare, okay. And then we have priorities here. So I'm just gonna read both of his cards and then I'll read both of Divine Feminine's cards. Priorities is what we're finally realizing we need to evaluate. Okay, let's see. It is time to reevaluate your priorities. Do you value love, intimacy, peace, laughter, connection, or do your actions reveal that you value comfort, security, or pleasing others at the expense of your inner peace? Evaluating how well your actions line up with your values is key. If you're breathing a little and calling it a life, it's time to reconsider your priorities and stoke the fires of your creativity. Deciding what and who gets your attention puts you at the hearth fire of your life. You deserve that warm glow. Wow. So, this is telling you to release whatever fixation you have, to reevaluate where you're spending your energy and how well the thing that you're fixated on actually aligns with you. And I think in a lot of cases, if the masculine energy were to do this, they would find that the thing that they are actually fixated upon does align with them, but not normally when it's in regard to another person. Usually, this is more about like when you're passionate about music, that aligns with you. When you're passionate about, but we have taken one of the areas that we're passionate about and we have put that at the center. So the person that we feel passion for. And the thing is, we're usually addicted to somebody who's not giving us very much because addiction is usually caused with like shame cycles that come from needing, not getting enough of something, not feeling fully satisfied by something, and constantly going back to see if it's going to satisfy you that next time. Like it's just like literally a normal mechanism that happens. So reevaluating where you're putting all of your energy. And the thing is, like, your person is maybe putting all of their energy into work when they should be prioritizing some of that energy into you, right? And so as you start to take your energy away from them and put it into something you're passionate about, then your person will take that energy that they're exclusively putting on their passion for whatever they do as work or whatever it is that they're putting their passion in, and then they will redirect it towards you and your passions, and there will be more balance there. Hopefully, if this person is receptive and open to healing. What would you say, divine feminine energy, today? You keep saying the same things over and over again, let me tell you. And when that is happening, that means you need to change a little bit of something because I think you're talking to the same person, if you know what I mean. Because you keep telling this person to dive deep into their emotion. We're saying this, you are literally saying this again. This is the second week in a row. I think this was what you said last week. And I think, you know what? I get it because I don't think your person did dive into their emotion. So I get it. So that's why you're saying it again. And I will repeat it for you, for those of you that didn't hear it. And for those of you that did hear it, that did not listen. Listen. With their graceful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. And when I arrive, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness, for there is knowledge you are not aware of and great treasures to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So I ask you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Choose to dive deep into your why, asking the deeper questions of yourself. You are led by my grace. Now, this is you saying, the reason I am asking you to dive deep is because your fear that I'm this Queen of Swords, you're fearing that I'm this Queen of Swords when really I'm this Queen of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups in the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Swan energy. And this energy coming out here for this position today is giving me that Queen of Cups that we ended with, what the happiness potential is. If you really can see me, if you really can see me, if you really know who I am, then you will know that there is nothing that you could do really that would take away my love for you, because I have love for all beings, no matter what. Actually, I can have anger with their behaviors. I can be frustrated with anyone, but I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that my love is like the depths of the ocean. It is fathomless. And once you embrace that about me, you will not be afraid. How can you be afraid? And I'm putting this Queen of Cups energy over the Queen of Cups energy for the Divine Feminine, because the thing is, you don't really believe that your person has those feelings for you, which is why you're needing this reassurance. Their love is that deep, even if they can't tell you. And it doesn't have to be said in order for it to be real. The only reason it needs to be communicated is for you to have the conditions of a relationship met. But remember, this is unconditional love. So no conditions of a relationship have to exist for the love to be there. The conditions of the relationship have to exist. Boundaries have to exist for a healthy connection in reality. And until those things are there, it's just unconditional love, which is the most beautiful thing. Divine Feminine, your card is number 11. Risk. This says, this isn't the time to be conservative. Taking a risk is the key to this situation. You may feel vulnerable or overwhelmed, but this is what it takes for you to move forward. If you fail, that's actually a win, because you'll gain valuable information as you sift through what you don't want in search of what you want. Feel free to ask yourself, what's the best thing that could possibly happen? Don't be shy with your imagination. Let your reservations go. Put your brave boots on. Take that risk. You are worthy of every good and lovely thing, and all the right ones are waiting for you. Be the one who decided to go for it. Okay. So for me, this is, sometimes people will be unwilling to be compassionate because they fear that they will be hurt by the person again. But if you can be compassionate with no expectation of a person improving, just being compassionate for who they are and how they behave, and maintaining your healthy boundaries, then it doesn't matter how they react to your compassion. It doesn't matter if it hits them at their core and they really feel it and they come to know their worth. It doesn't matter, because in the end, it's simply about you feeling the goodness of being compassionate towards somebody that you love. It feels better. It just feels better. All right, your final card for the week. Oh, I love this. I am peaceful. We have Dove Spirit visiting again. Has come often in this connection, and truly I've felt it lately. I feel just at peace. I don't know about the rest of you. You may not feel at peace at all in your connection. I've definitely gone through times when that's been true. But lately for me, I just feel very peaceful. I'm, I definitely have like frustration and confusion, but it no longer bothers me. It doesn't keep me. I don't have devil energy about my connection with anyone right now. I just feel pretty good about my connection with myself. So I'm happy about that. I have devil energy about some other things, but not about that. Number 3. All right. So this card These are so long. I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm just going to pull out a couple things that stand out to me. Time is the illusion of each moment moving past. The speed of life shifts with the pace of our awareness. With each moment, the sands of the soul descend to form a cosmic pattern, which our individual part in history manifests through creation. To be at peace is to be one with what is, by finding ease in the all, serenity in silence, and seeking calm even in the middle of the storm, which is really what this feels like to me when we see the Tower card and we see the strength to find peace here with that Four of Swords, like controlling over your emotions. Not controlling, though, in a negative way, but in a way that allows you to think, right? To think without fear. To seek peace is to be one with peacefulness. To be one with peacefulness is to appreciate every part of the particles that make up the matter of the meaningfulness that is you. When we want, wish, and worry, we forfeit our faith and lose the potential for peace with the all of it all, which we talked about today. Peace is ease with the dream of creativity and faith in knowing every why will be answered within the hourglass of time. I love that. That's beautiful energy. So carry that I am peaceful mantra with you this week. If you start to feel fear creep in, just repeat, I am peaceful until it is true. And if you say things out loud, a lot of times it really causes you to not be able to think at the same time, and it will help you to sort of drown out the other voices. Just say, I am peaceful over and over again. I'm looking for this. Okay. So your self-care activity this week is family number 23. It says, I share, oh my God. I share unconditional love and receive it in return. This is also one of the reasons why there is this mother-child thing happening. Because the ultimate ideal relationship or connection is that unconditional love received from the mother, right? So that feeling of being loved that way is like the ideal mother's love that we seek. That's why it feels so safe. And that's why it also feels so scary for it to be taken away. But mistaking our romantic partner for a maternal or paternal role is something that it's normal to do, but it's something to be aware of and to try to understand through a lens of that other person cannot give you what you didn't get from your parents. Only you can give yourself that. And when we try to get it from someone else, it's just never going to satisfy us. We're going to constantly come up at a loss. It doesn't mean that we don't have like love or connection with the person that we have, that, that we kind of associate or maybe they feel triggered. It says live will end. We have detected inactivity. I'm definitely here. This is weird. My live video is saying it's going to end in 50 seconds. It says I have to verify this to continue. Okay. Please make sure you're liking the live, I guess. It's saying it was like detecting inactivity. That's a new thing. Okay. So yes. So it's inappropriate to expect somebody to give us what our parents should have given us, but it's understandable to be triggered when someone does give us what we didn't receive, and to get confused and to have feelings of uncertainty surrounding those connections, and to have our expectations get muddled. And that's why we have to have compassion for the other person in our life that may be stepping into that role where they're entering into sort of a childish situation, testing your boundaries the way that a toddler does, because they just want reassurance of love. But remember, you are not obligated to give that to them. And once you start to show them that they can't get that assurance from you, they have to get it from themselves, then they will stop seeking it from you in that same way. And that's really key. So peaceful relations with your family, whether biological, adoptive, or chosen, are incredibly important. Families can offer a sense of unconditional love and be there for you in times of need. You're being called to tune into the energy of unconditional love. Many of us store unresolved family traumas. As time passes and we evolve our perspective, we can find forgiveness in our hearts. We eventually realize that our families have always done the best they could with the resources, level of emotional development, and knowledge they had at the time. Tap into your divine motherly nature as you practice forgiveness and unconditional love. Look for opportunities to heal any old wounds with family members and find ways to connect with them, whether it's through a phone call, sharing a meal, or planning a visit. If connecting directly is not possible, try finding peace through meditation and by setting the intention to transform any negativity into feelings of love. The journal prompt is: what problem areas, if any, remain unresolved with your family? How do you think resolving any outstanding issues would impact your life? And again, one more time, that mantra is: I share unconditional love and receive it in return. And that's the important thing, I think. If you're not feeling that you're receiving the unconditional love from the person that you're giving it to, that's another sore point. That's another reason why you might feel taken advantage of or used in a parenting capacity when you're really supposed to be a partner, an equal partner. So I hope that this reading has helped you today. I This is my style of reading. Whenever I read on almost any topic, I look at the masculine energy of the mind and the feminine energy of the heart. I think that holds the key to a lot of our issues in life, and so I use that almost as my secret code for deciphering why we do the things we do. And if you are interested in working with me privately, I do offer services, and you're lucky if you're here right now. I actually forgot to take my sale down. It's still active. And because it's still active, I will go ahead and leave it active for another 24 hours. So go ahead and take advantage of that sale. It's going away in 24 hours. But it's 50% off of video readings and intuitive guidance call with me. And if you are considering working with me on a weekly basis, there is something that you can do to receive a free consultation about it. You can click the link in my profile and go to the place where it says that tarot reading, that right now it's marked down to $33. If you swipe to the right, there is another service that says Ask Me Anything, and it's free. Let me know that you're considering working with me on a weekly basis and that you would like to know, what we might work on, or how it works, and I will send you a video response. I'll pull a couple of cards and show you what I think you might benefit from working on with me, so you kind of get an insight into like how it is to work with me and the way that I do it. And I'll just give you some information on different services that I offer in a little more detail. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, take advantage of that. There's free downloads at that link. There's a way to become a member so that you can see the extended readings that come out usually on Saturdays. And I also have a bunch of readings going back over the last couple of years that are timeless. So I think there's over 100 readings there now for members. If you are a new member and you're having any trouble at all, make sure you send an email, turnedintarot@gmail.com, and I will help you right away. I just had a new member the other day ask me where the members' content was, and I sent them an email right away. So if that's ever a problem for you, just let me know. I don't know if there's anything else. What's today? Friday. So tomorrow I usually do the Tell Me Everything, but I'm going to actually do a treat this week. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a junk food reading, which means there will be no lessons. Like, you will not have to learn anything about yourself at all. It will literally just be like, this is what your person's saying. This is what he's saying to other people. This is what this person is doing. Like, it's just going to be a junk food reading. So if you're interested in that, in the full reading, you do want to be a member to receive the full reading, but the first half will definitely be available to everybody. So just make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you can see my junk food reading that I'm going to do tomorrow just for fun. And then on Sunday, I will do the week ahead reading. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here with me today. I am going to see if there's anybody who would like a personal reading over here on TikTok, but I'm going to say goodbye for now, YouTube, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a gorgeous day.